What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'll be featuring someone new that I've never featured on this channel before. Pretty much this guy, he's a Moor and he is pretty much a scammer. He sells people the idea of they can be put on a do not detain list. He teaches people that they don't need driver's licenses, and to get out of the U.S. jurisdiction, you have to change your address. And he teaches how to scam and get free cars with credit and all type of nonsense. It's all a scam. So without further ado, I'll let this gentleman speak his nonsense.
All right, look, this one misperception that a lot of people got of the passport card. They think once they do the information, they put the shit in right, they think that's what's changed their status, but that's not true at all. Because my cousin did the same process as me with the same information, the same exact wording, nothing mixed up. He's not on child support. He's not on nothing. And when he filled out for his passport application, they still remain him as a citizen, because the Department of State is not doing that, because they sending a lot of these passport applications to general processing. General processing is the normal everyday workers. They dealing with U.S. citizens, or they dealing with motherfuckers from foreign countries. They not dealing with special passport issuance agencies like the embassies or the ambassadors and everything as far as that. So people who think they on the do not detain list, you got to verify that shit. And the only way that I know how you can verify that shit, two ways. Either one, you can go to a fucking officer and ask them what the fuck pops up on your information when he run your passport. But you got to get in good with them. Like, you got to be cool with them. You got to come off as a friendly vibe and let them, convince them that you know some shit. So they're actually all right, look into this, because if you make it sound like, something like nice, you feel me, like some shit that he never heard of in his life, so he might actually run the information for you.
Excuse me, sir, but what in the doohickey are you talking about? You are talking a bunch of bull. Stop it with the nonsense.
The second thing, if you really want to verify if you change your status, go to the EIN website, fill out for an EIN number, only on the online portal. If it rejects your social security number, like your information, you got to put your social. So if it rejects it, you as a national, you got your status changed. That's what they doing to a lot of people. That's how you will know if your status been changed, because that portal gonna reject your fucking social. And a lot of major bank systems is gonna reject your social as well. That's not the only thing that's gonna reject it.
The only reason a bank would reject your social security number is because you got piss poor credit, so they don't want to do business with you. What are you talking about, sir? You are talking a bunch of nothing. This is the finest word salad display that I've ever heard. You are talking absolutely nothing, sir.
Right. A lot of government websites is going to reject the application all the time if you really change your status. All right, look, many of y'all confused about the whole process with the passport thing, but I'm going to explain something about getting arrested. Can a non-citizen national get arrested if it has nothing to do with an injured party? Yes. Now I'm going to tell you how a lot of us get arrested, even though we are non-citizen nationals and our passport, says do not detain or do not arrest.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're a non-citizen national with a U.S. passport. Now, you do realize that when you apply for a U.S. passport, you have to prove citizenship. So what in the doohickey are you talking about when you say you're a non-citizen national? Now, you see, this guy, he's another fake Moorish guru selling a dream to people, saying that he can help them become non-citizen nationals. with obviously a fee. He is talking a bunch of nonsense. And then he goes further to say that he can provide a service where he can help you get a passport with a do not, and you'll be put on a do not detain list. There is no such thing as being put on a do not detain list. Like, what are you talking about, sir? Even somebody that comes from a foreign country, when they step foot on U.S. soil, they have to abide by the U.S. laws. And if they don't, they can be arrested. So what makes you think you can provide a service to actual citizens and make the claim that if they pay for your paperwork, there'll then be a non-citizen national and they'll be put on a do not detain list? People, please do not fall for this foolishness. Do not give this man a dime of your money. Everything that he is talking about is a bunch of rubbish, and you will wind up going to jail.
What the police does is, once they come in contact with one of us, they not only do they check your passport. If you're driving a vehicle and that vehicle has a VIN number that's tied to you, and that VIN number also have your previous address or your address where you currently at, then that will subject you to the jurisdiction, and they can gain jurisdiction by using that. Another way they gain jurisdiction is they try to ask you for a mailing address. So if the police come to you and say, well, we need a mailing address so we can send you correspondent mail, don't put in care of, just tell them you live in the United States of America Republic. Because if you say in care of and you put an actual address, that would give them jurisdiction to arrest you. Another thing, if you have any licenses, any driver's license, any IDs in any state, you want to make sure you get those surrendered, not an expired license or anything like that. You want to surrender it, because an expired license it's still in the state database. So you want to make sure everything wiped off. Another thing, if you have a business or LLC in the state, make sure that the LLC is under a PO box, and also make sure if they do ask for the physical business address, you say rural free area. Even though the state have ownership of the corporation, they would not get jurisdiction over you because you didn't give it like a real address. You didn't, you outside of that jurisdiction. Another thing, business licenses or CDLs, the same thing applies. Make sure it says rural free area, because anything that link you back to an address gives the police in the court's jurisdiction. So that's one secret that a lot of people is not explaining. Anytime your address on any government file in any state, they can gain jurisdiction by finding those things. So make sure your name and your address is cleared of all those things, and give me a contact if you don't understand this whole process.
In my opinion, it's an absolute shame that there are people out here selling dreams to other unintelligent people on the internet, because there's actually people out there that's going to listen to what this man said and think that he actually said something that made sense, and they will then pay for his services. Like, nothing that he said is legitimate, nothing that he said is true, and it's all rubbish. Do not fall for what this man is saying. Anything that you do with this man, it will lead you straight to jail. There's no such thing as a do not detain list. There is no such thing as a passport, and all of that stuff that he just explained is a bunch of nonsense. Now, if you guys want to see more of this buffoon, comment in the comment section, and I'll make some more videos of this guy talking this absolute nonsense.